And so, if you could give words of encouragement or an uplifting message to an artist, a young artist, or even yourself as a young artist, what would you say?
That's a really good question. I would say that there is more to, especially like thinking about myself and my own kind of like trajectory and art ideas about what art was when I was younger. I would say there's more to art and being an artist than like this kind of like the trope, which I think is the word I was looking for earlier, the trope of like the artist that sells work in a white cube and everybody's like drinking wine and like, you know,
Mm,
$1,000. Like there that market does exist. And if you are constantly thinking that that's what being an artist, a capital A artist is, you're gonna face a lot of disappointment. It's harder to crack that. There are so many different markets. I think that like, you know, in moving from New York, I went to school in New York City, and then I lived kind of in that again in that kind of like city. I lived in Brooklyn for a while and looking towards like the Chelsea gallery scene and all that. And then coming to the Bay Area, one of the things that struck me as a, you know, when I first moved to the Bay Area is there is a market and a niche for everything. If you want to make mandalas out of used like vegetable skins, you have a spot. Like if you make, you have a spot. If you do dances with local flora, like you have a spot, which is great. And that is satisfying and that can really develop. One of the other things that I really enjoy is being a teaching artist. And you can make money, you know, as an artist with your expertise being a teaching artist. And now I'm not saying art teacher, because an art teacher is something different. There are like national standards and all of these other like
right.
metrics. As a teaching artist, you get to share your practice and help others develop their practice, and that can be very satisfying. And there's so many other ways you can be an artist. So my advice is really to take your time, don't try to develop a style, know learn how to trust what you see. That is critical.
Yeah.
Don't use generative IA. And and just like just get your hands in it and you know embrace the suck as